Hi, my name is Sanjay. I'm going to talk about a project that I've created and I've named it Professional README File Generator because, as the name suggests, it generates professional README.md files for the developers. Um Now, this uh, project is available on my GitHub page, and you can go to the GitHub repo and you can download that repo. You can clone that repo. You can clone that repo into your local computer, and then you can start using that repo from there on. Uh, Now, for you to do that, once you have downloaded onto your computer, you would see that it'll have an indexed.js file. It'll have the utilities folder with create readme.js, questions.js file. We'll have package.jsn file. There will already be a readme.md file, which I would have created. And we'll have the screenshots with all the screenshot that I created for myself. And you can always make changes to that if you need to. And what you will not have will be a package lock JSON and node modules onto that. You won't see those two folders there, or two files there. Uh, in order to make the app to work, you would first have to go to your terminal, go into your folder, the project folder, and if you have package.jsn folder, if you can see that package.jsn folder, just run a command which is npm install, and it will install all the dependencies, which in this case will be Inquirer dependency that will come into the system. If you don't see the package.json for some reason, run npm init first. Run this command, and it has finished. Run a command npm for install at Inquirer, sorry, not at, npm Inquirer at 8.2.4. And once you run this, it will install the Inquirer package. And you can open your package JSON file to make sure it is there, and you would switch it under dependencies like it's there in this particular case. Once you have done all this, now you're ready to use this project or this thing to generate your README files. To generate the README files, run a command which is node index.js, which basically is telling node to run the index.js file. It will start to ask you questions, and I'll answer some of these questions, or most of the questions based on what this project is about. You can do that for your projects. I will call this professional file. What does this app do? This app generates professional README files for developers. How does one install your app? Go to repo using the link that I will provide. Clone repo in your computer. Install npm using npm install command, and it will make it ready for it to be used. In case you do not find the package.json file, as I said before, you would have to run npm init to package.json or to initialize npm, and once you have done that, run npm install fire at 8.2.4. And once you're done that, you're ready to now go. Uh, Add a representation image of your, so you can add whatever screenshots you want to add about your projects. I'll add this main.png file. You have to provide its path of the image. You have to write the path of the image here. So I'll just write this. Sorry. Hmm. Screenshots in PNG. You would have to provide the path which is of the file that you want, or the image that you want to be loaded there. How does one use your app? I would just say right now, see my instruction video. You can write whatever that needs to be done to install and use your app. Okay, now this is an area where you can choose a license for your project, and the license for the projects can be chosen from any of these list. To choose the license, just use the down and up arrows, and it will take it from down to up. And once you have selected the one that you want to choose as your license, hit space and return. So it will select that particular license for you. Do you want to acknowledge any person? So you can write, I'll say, my instructors. Song and Sid. Yes, you can write what tests are there for this for your project. In my case, I'm just saying to be advised if there's going to be any tests later on. How to contribute to the project. Uh, just provide a blurb here what you want the contribution, you want the contributions to come. I'll simply say at this stage is please create pull request for features add to the project. Check with GitHub username. So I'll write mine. You can write yours. Provide a valid email address. I'll write mine. License under which I'll say under MIT license, and you can say that, and you can say whatever license you are going to be licensing your project under, and how does it work and what does it provide. Maybe a small short description about that. Once you have done that, it will create the file, and if you click the README file, you will see that it has basically created the file with all the answers that I have provided there. So it added the screenshot, it has added the logo for the license, and also all the answers to the questions that I had there. Uh, it will also generate the links, which will take directly to the respective section once you click on that link. Now, if we review this, so you can see that it looks like this, right? So it will generate a file like this. So that's how the file will be like. So you can start using it. Feel free to download if you need to. Take the repo to your local environment and then use it from there. If you have any questions, you can always get in touch with me using my contact details or through the GitHub. And that's about it. So I think that should be that. Now, before I go, I also would like to mention is that I have created this particular project in a modular fashion. So that's the reason why I've created README and the questions.js file separately. You can add or you can delete from this questions list as you wish, and then modify the create README file accordingly so that it represents the questions that you have. Uh, and once you're done that, then when you create the file, it will generate the file, the README file as you want it to be. So you can always add to it, you can always take something out of it, you can do whatever you wish to make it suitable for your own purposes. So what basically the modulation has done is by modulating it, it is making it easier for anyone to modify it for their use. So it makes it more user friendly. And that was the basic idea. And if I go to the index.js file, you can see that I'm also calling these uh, into my index.js file as modules. So I'm just requiring these modules to be there so that once I once I run the index.js file, it will call on those to generate the required questions and required structure for the README file. That's all I wanted to talk about this project. So I think we'll just leave it at this. Thank you.